You know what it means. What it means is that the cost of power produced is going up. Then to add insult to injury, you have added to it that every 3 months there will be adjustments in utility tariffs. These for compensation at the Office of Government Machinery. Honorable Deputy Minister, if you check your budget, the numbers, do you know how much you have given for compensation for the infrastructure sector ministries? A paltry 700 million Ghana cedis. So your budget is showing your priorities. But even more importantly, I keep reminding you that the most important things that the people of Ghana are looking for, improvement in cost of living. Between the State of the Nation address and your economic policy and your budget, you have conveniently forgotten about them. You told us that you were going to use the special petroleum levy to cushion people who buy fuel from increased fuel prices. Between SONA, budget, and economic policy, you have conveniently forgotten about it. Today, you have increased the cost of gas, which is used for producing electricity, from $7 per MMBTU to $8 per MMBTU. You know what it means. What it means is that the cost of power produced is going up. Then to add insult to injury, you have added to it that every 3 months there will be adjustments in utility tariffs. So what is going to happen is that utility tariffs are going to go up every 3 months. Is this the reset that you promised the people of Ghana? You told everybody that food inflation was so high it needs to be dealt with. My uncle is here. He has rolled out an interesting program which looks very much like planting for food and jobs. You are going to give support to farmers to increase production. I'm giving you honest feedback. The outstanding items like porous borders, transportation challenges, liberalized pricing regime at our markets, the program that you are talking about doesn't address it. So food inflation, you have not done anything about it. Transportation. Today, the Minister for Transport is now asking transport unions that they should hold on with transport fare increases. Because you haven't, as a government, introduced any policy to deal with it, despite what you told the people of Ghana. And so, my brother, the economic policy you have brought, it doesn't respond to the key issues. Worse is that you have introduced new taxes that will worsen the cost of living. The growth and sustainability levy that you have introduced from 2026, 2027, 2028 is going to affect banks, non-banking financial institutions, insurance companies, telecom companies, breweries, oil marketing companies, companies and institutions registered under SEC, electronic money issuers, and all other companies that are not within category A and B. I can give you a copy of Act 1095 by 5%. All these industries, they are going to pass the cost on to the average Ghanaian, and cost of living will go up. So the most important thing to the people of Ghana, cost of living, you have not tackled it. My final point, Mr. Speaker, and I'll take my seat. You see, when you gave all of these policies to the Ghana Statistical Service and the Finance Ministry people, they marked it. And they said that they project that it will lead to 4.4% growth in the economy. The economy that you said was criminally managed. The economy that you said was a crime scene. It did a modest 5.7%. Remember that in the first 3 years before COVID, we were doing 7%. When the recovery happened, 5.7%. All your programs put together, they are now telling you that it will do 4.4%. Mr. Speaker, by our model, on top of the 5.7% this year, Ghana should be doing nothing less than 8% growth. This year, by our model. So, if you want to compare apples to apples, Honorable Deputy Minister, comparing apples to apples, your 4.4% compares to 8%. I have in my hands here the Deloitte economic forecast for 2025. It was issued in December. They said in December that when they look at the MPP's economic recovery program, inflation, following our disinflation trend, is supposed to be 11% this year. 11% this year. You promised a reset that you are going to do better than us. What is your figure? The same 11%. How? You should be doing 7%. Yes. Don't forget that in 2019, the MPP did 7.9% inflation. This is after 2 years of single-digit inflation. And so respectfully, I beg of you, if you listen to the feedback, Your overall performance, as is being marked by the Finance Ministry and the Ghana Statistical Service, you need to up it a little more. Mr. Speaker, I will conclude by these comments. In fact,
DNE TV live on your social media handle, Facebook and everywhere you go. So open content, open so see the course of Ghana through social media. There, a DNE. D stand for Daniel, E stand for Emmanuel. DNE. Ye hear gum kunyai.